next door neighbor, and you're not going to help us on a very easy military operation in Iran? That's strange. No, we'd rather not get involved. I say, well, why are we involved in helping you?
Kristen Holmes is out front at the White House. And Kristen, all of this clearly hit a nerve with Trump today. There are extremely serious and legitimate questions about what's going on here, of course, which you were asking there.
Yeah, and Aaron, there's precedent for this. That's why this question is so important. President Trump there saying that he had some kind of communication or opened the door to communication with Kim Jong-un. And then shortly afterwards, this announcement that they were scaling back the military exercises with our ally, South Korea. I'm going to bring you back several months to when Zelensky was coming to the White House, and the day before, we knew Zelensky was going to ask for Patriot missiles. The day before, President Trump talked to President Putin, and because of that phone call, the next day, he denied giving Zelensky Patriot missiles, citing conversations that he had had with Vladimir Putin. So this is a real and justifiable question. There's also an issue about how this pertains overall to the other crisis that he is facing, which is this war in Iran. The idea that North Korea has been stockpiling illegal nuclear weapons, what message is that sending to Iran that he is willing to support North Korea in this as they stockpile these illegal nuclear weapons, or at least look the other way? Now, all of this is coming at a point where President Trump seems to be, at least foreign policy-wise, completely spiraling, and that is likely due to what we are seeing here at home. There is no end in sight to this war in Iran. And in fact, President Trump is saying the same thing today that he said 5 months ago, that they want to negotiate, that they're not going to come up with a deal that he likes, and that the baseline premise of this entire war is to make sure Iran doesn't get nuclear weapons. That does not change anything that we have seen other than an enormous amount of use of U.S. military force in Iran in the last 5 months. Now, part of the reason he is likely having so many issues, particularly when it comes to Iran and answering these questions, is this poll. The poll that we did at the end of last month, in which we asked voters if they believe that the Iran war was worth both the U.S. lives lost and the financial costs, and 74% of Americans said no. Those polls are not lost on this White House.
No, not at all. And we're going to see with our next guest where some of reflecting that even in the U.S. military. Kristen Holmes, thank you very much at the White House tonight.